What's it like? You ever watch that Seinfeld comedians in the cars getting coffee? That's what this is like.
Yeah.
That's what this is like.
Got our coffee.
So you're Seinfeld and I'm a crazy guest.
I'm not Seinfeld.
Why not? Seinfeld's awesome.
Yeah. He's hollowed ground.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. But yeah, so we were doing a trip. Welcome, guys. SoDakZak here, Justin, the
TheGCdoc. What's up, guys?
We were doing a trip up to get Alvin's phone line, the oldest cache in Minnesota, and it was successful. Just beautiful country up here, snow-covered trees, hiking through, ankle to knee-deep snow. We saw waterfalls. Just, it's gorgeous. But part of the trip we also did is we went around and grabbed a few counties that I needed for my map, and I'm guessing you needed one or two of them as well.
I'm sure I did.
And which is something I'm conscientious of, and that sort of brought up the discussion of, in geocaching, what are the roles of numbers? Often you hear it's not about the numbers. I jokingly on Twitter, sometimes you guys may have tuned in, I say it's all about the numbers every Wednesday, and use a hashtag just to let people tweet in their their experiences,
milestones.
their milestones and everything, and things they're proud of, because they've worked a long time for them. Like I'm sure you have on something that you're proud of in geocaching or otherwise. And so I like to give them an outlet to share that information. So, Justin, what's your view on numbers in geocaching?
So I am kind of a purist, I would say. I do appreciate the numbers. I don't live by the numbers though, as far as caching goes. There's plenty of milestones that I've appreciated though, not only finding caches but also for me hiding caches. So I think I'm at 36 hides, something like that. But I want to really get up to the 50 hides, and also favorites too. Favorite points awarded is a big thing for me, because it just further increases it further, what's the word I'm thinking of? This is all off the cuff.
It betters the.
It makes you feel good that your caches are actually appreciated by someone, right? So
higher quality.
Yes, and that's what my goal is always, to do high quality caches.
Oh, yeah.
So with having over 500 favorite points, I found that's for me. I was pretty proud of that.
That's really impressive.
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty good.
I've got 60 some hides, but again, one of those is a power trail. About half of those hides is a power trail, and so my favorites is only about 150. Granted, I haven't been around as long, but I too have noticed I've transitioned more towards appreciating getting the quality hides out there, being a little more unique, and trying to do something that's never been done before, which can be hard in geocaching, but there's also a lot of untapped territory.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, there is. You're right. I think there is. There's always going to be new outlooks on what it is a geocache is. A geocache hide. So I think there's a lot of potential.
I think I have to agree to a degree. To the right or left? Right?
Let's go left.
Left? Sounds good.
We don't know where we're going.
North Dakota, here we come.
Yeah. No.
It might not be all about the numbers from a totals perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have 5,000, 10,000, 140,000 plus. Whatever it may be, it might not necessarily be about that, but I think, especially since there's challenge caches, especially since there's things out there, people can really take pride. Maybe their thing is they're really proud of 100 puzzle caches. That's really impressive. I mean, if you got 100 multi-caches in America,
yeah,
holy smokes. Nobody does multi-caches here.
Mm-mm.
But
I have some, I know.
Yeah.
They never get found.
Then they're probably some of your better caches too.
Yeah.
They're more exciting, more. Yeah.
I would definitely say yes.
I lucked out. I have one multi-cache, and it's got probably my most favorite points of anything.
Yeah.
It's an LPC. You put on sunglasses, and I've darkened out the sunglasses except for a shape that fits what the lamppost that it's in.
Really?
Yeah. So you put on these. It's called the 2020 LPC. You put on the glasses. The cool thing with that one is actually someone that works there, their vehicle has the license plate LPC, and they generally park right in front of the cache.
Awesome.
So I've had many people share pictures of them next to the LPC with the final with the license plate in the background. And I really enjoy it.
Oh, that's pretty clever.
I really enjoy that cache, and I'm glad it turned out like it did. I didn't plan it. I didn't see the LPC until I was hiding it. But one of those coincidences that is appreciated by geocaches everywhere.
Multi-caches are fun, no matter what everybody says.
Yep.
I agree. On the flip side, I would say I have to play devil's advocate a little bit as far as numbers go, because it for me, and from my videos, it's always about the craziness and adventure that goes along with trying to find a cache. It could be the dumbest cache, but if something goofy happens, which I often do, or I drag Josh out to a virtual cache for my milestone.
That's
he had no idea. So pranking him, that's what is important to me. But like we talked about earlier, Zach and I, some of these caches we found today we would have not have found, and they were really high quality caches. I mean, I'm giving a favorite point to that one because it's a nice cache, and then we wouldn't have found it unless we were going for those numbers.
Yep. And I think personally, I've only been doing this for a little over a year. And so obviously, yes, I've gotten a large volume in a year.
Yeah.
There's only been a few days where I go really crazy by my standards, I guess. But I would agree that a lot of them are, as you can see in some of my videos, it's about the crazy adventure you're going to get there. And sometimes I like to make caches harder than they need to be, or, climb something near the cache just to add a little interest to it. And trust me, I did that before videos were even there. That's just kind of who I am.
Done,
yep, always climbing bridges and
whatever
balancing, jumping over things. But yeah, we have a lot of fun doing things like that. But kind of like you said, what you never know what'll happen. I think one of my favorite videos Josh has is they found a hill that has like no friction.
Oh yeah,
and they can just like slide down the hill. I love that one. That looked like so much fun. And we found one that I was climbing the bridge, and I'm halfway through climbing it, and all of a sudden I look not a couple feet from me, and there's a bunch of baby raccoons. It's like, oh, they're really cute.
Seriously?
Look at those baby raccoons. And then you realize I'm hanging on a bridge right next to a bunch of baby raccoons. There's no quick way for me to escape from this situation. Mm-hmm. And mother raccoon is nowhere to be found.
Oh, really?
And so I quickly got the cache, I signed that log, and I got out of there lickety-split. But you never know what's going to happen at ground zero. You never know what's going to happen on your way there. Kind of like today, we ended up trudging through, kind of climbing down some rocks that in the summertime might be flowing with water.
Yeah, we didn't know what was underneath that snow.
Nope, not exactly. And we're up here without cell reception, and this is only our second time meeting each other, so
you never know.
You just trust the geocacher you're with.
You don't know. Could have buried me in a shallow grave.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's yet to come.
Maybe.
Maybe this is my last video, guys.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm hoping we leave cell reception area here soon. I got a shovel in the back.
That's what that shovel was for.
Yeah.
Huh.
What is your most prized statistic, or what are you what was something that you really had to work for that you're proud to just be done with?
Oh, well, I did the calendar, the 366, not in a row, but just filled my calendar, which I'm proud of. I mean, I celebrated it a little bit. Actually, I finished it on my birthday one year, but
oh, cool.
So that's a milestone, or that's pretty accomplishment. I wouldn't want to do that again because it was hard work. A lot of late nights realizing I'm already in bed. I'm like, crap, I have to go find a cache. And I had to drive out of my way to find something. And not only that, though, I would say, again, like kind of the 500 favorite points, over 500 favorite points, because I've worked hard. A lot of those caches have cost me a lot of time and money to put out. So I just appreciate those blue ribbons,
Oh, yeah.
So that's about it, really. I mean, 5 years caching almost, coming up here. No, it is 5 years. No, yeah, it is. Wow, that's crazy. 4 years vlogging, 5 years caching.
Nice. Yeah, I'm mainly because I did such a long streak earlier this year. I too am doing the 366, but it's gonna take a winter streak here because I basically last year had nothing in November and December.
Those are the hard months.
And I'm paying for it now.
Yeah.
So December 30th, I will finish my 366 as long as I can.
Well, you're finishing it on this year then.
If I can,
Oh,
I mean, I
nice.
have the hardest month yet.
Yeah, well, you should be fine.
I got a month and a couple of days here, and I only have 2 or 3 finds in that entire time. So I've left enough caches, I think, in the area where even if it came to freak out mode, like you said, getting up at 10 or 11 at night and running out to the car. But we'll see how it goes. I hope to reach it, and for me, it's just one less thing that I'm thinking about, goal that I have to reach. And there's challenge caches that have 366 day completions, and
Yep.
I'd like to be able to just sign and log them instead of having to write a note and remember that that's a challenge cache I haven't finished yet. So that I'm always whittling away on my Jasmer.
Yeah.
I finished my DT grid, but with
Nice.
the climbing caches I do, that luckily went quicker. The nice thing with all these things is, and why I guess I value the numbers a little bit, was one of my first experiences was at an event where they were talking about some of the numbers that they were proud of, and I had so much advice on what they would have done if they were a young cacher. And a lot of those things was not waste trips to, like, if you're going to the cities and you don't live there, or going to different states and getting these things. And they said, anytime you travel, make sure you check for at least the oldest caches in the area.
Exactly.
Get the webcams.
Yep.
Get the virtuals.
Yep.
Get any of those. Get some high favorite points once, so you get to enjoy some really fun caches. And that's really helped. And I can say so far, I don't think I've wasted a trip.
Sweet.
And just getting some of these out of the way, like Alvin's phone line today, is something.
Wise words right there. That is huge.
And that's wisdom from people that were geocaching for 10 years or more in my community that let me know that, and that's helped out a lot. And I'm quickly approaching a bunch of milestones, but part of that is I want to get those out of the way so I can focus on some hard puzzle caches, maybe do some trips to find some of the lonely caches that haven't been found in 5 years or 10 years, getting some of those off the map. And yeah, so that's sort of where I see myself. Where do you see yourself in a few years geocaching? What are your goals?
I better be caching still.
You could Pokemon Go, or you could
Or
Muncie.
Muncie. You couldn't pay me to Muncie. Sorry,
Yeah.
Munsieers, or whatever you call yourself. No, I would like to get more caching done. My big goal for geocaching, further grow my channel, but also the community that I'm living in now is a lot slower than I'm used to as far as geocachers, active geocachers, which is great when there are new caches to be found. I can get first finds, but there's just not much of community. So I really want to create a community of friends of mine, people that I know that can also enjoy this sport, and know that I'm not crazy when I'm trudging through 2 feet of snow to find an ammo can.
From 2000.
Yeah, the 3 hours away.
Yeah, 3 hours away.
But
Going up by
'cause-
Canada, eh?
yeah, and we're pretty close. But just basically share with them what it is that I do on my free time, and just create a better community, because there's a lot of potential in my area to play some really good caches, and right now they're not so good, or they just don't get maintained. So that's a big goal of mine, is to create a more community, and I have plans to do that through community education talks, maybe some letters written into the newspaper, that kind of stuff, old-fashioned ways, but reaching out to other age groups. I want younger caches, but I do want I want like the seniors to be able to go out and get some exercise during the summer months by finding these caches, because it's great exercise, it's a great activity, it keeps you sharp, and it makes you excited to do something, and to know that you're in kind of a subculture of people that know about these hidden boxes. That was the biggest draw for me. I love this idea that I know something that's there, that person walks by every single day and they have no idea what's there. It's just, that idea is just like amazing.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I would say. I want to grow my community.
That's awesome.
Good questions.
Yeah.
Holy moly, he's just nailing it.
Well, and as someone that has a vacation home in your community,
Yeah.
I'll appreciate any events that are up there.
Exactly.
And I always do my best. Justin knows I've been starting to hide more caches in there for him to find. And I got a bunch of ideas, and I'm having people send me caches.
Sweet.
That I can bring up here, because we feel badly for you. You're up here, no caches to find.
we just got internet like yesterday now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
When does the water get piped out to you?
We still get speed dial. No, what do they call that? Speed dial.
Yeah.
No, not speed
dial up.
Dial up internet. No, kidding. But it is very lonely. It's a lonely place.
Lonely.
So yes, summer months we get people from more populated areas that come and visit for tourist reasons for our lakes and such. But yeah, having something for those cachers to come up and actually find that's appropriate as far as what they're used to. We want them to come up here for destination caches.
That's what we have to say on numbers. And again, I'm SoDakZak. This is Justin, the GCdoc, and we'll see you guys at the next Cache Chat.